So today I'll talk about how to sustain the post-COVID surge in FDI inflows, which was published in the Hindu Business Line on 22nd of May 2022. It talks about the significance of the growth of FDI in India and how can India sustain this growth. The question is this. So, like if we talk about the World Investment Report, foreign direct investment, Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, FPI. So there are some types of questions which we have to find the exact answer in this regard. Despite the major slowdown in the global economy induced by the COVID-19 pandemic and the projection of the World Investment Report of expected decline in foreign direct investment flows of 30 to 40%, the resilient Asian economies witnessed favorable FDI flows which were rather higher than the global average. Like additionally, we see like South Asia experienced a robust surge in FDI during this period, with India seeing a 27% of rise. So, judicious and quick policy initiatives will facilitate more foreign investment and in turn enhance India's potential as a global manufacturing hub. So, what we know about FDI? What we know about FDI? A foreign direct investment is an investment made by a firm or individual in one country into business interest located in another country. Like FDI lets an investor purchase a direct business interest in a foreign country. Investor can make FDI in a number of ways. Some common ones include establishing a subsidiary in another country, acquiring or merging with an existing foreign company, or starting a joint venture partnership with a foreign company. So this is FDI as we talk about. Apart from being a critical driver of economic growth, FDI has been a major non-debt financial resources for the economic development of India. Like we can see, the government of India has taken many initiatives in recent years, such as relaxing FDI norms across sectors such as defense, PSU, oil refineries, telecom, power exchanges, and stock exchanges, among others. So, question is, what is the growth rate scenario of FDI inflows to India? Question is this. An analysis of the recent trends in FDI flows at the global level and across regions, or it can be a countries, suggests that India has generally attracted higher FDI flows and continue to remain among the top attractive destinations for international investor in line with its gradual liberalization of the FDI policy as part of the cautious capital account liberalization process. Like into 2017-18, the inflows surpassed $16 billion for the first time ever, and the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade growth at 14% in 2019-20. It was the highest in 4 years. In 2021, the total FDI inflow in 2020-21 was $81.7 billion, means up 10% over the previous fiscal. So that's the meaning actually. The FDI in the financial year 2021-22 has touched a highest ever figure of $83.57 billion. Corporate giants like Silver Lake, Google, Facebook, Foxconn, Saudi Arabia, and General Atlantic Singapore, Hitachi, Walmart, and Caterton are expected to invest billions of dollars in the Indian economy. So that was the huge difference actually at that time that we are talking about. What factors have facilitated higher FDI inflows? This is the question nowadays. So Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat campaigns, coupled with the strengthening of India's footing in a global supply chain, have given momentum to FDI inflows over the past few years. The first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic prompted around 1,000 companies to shift their base out of China, with nearly 300 of them being in the areas of medical and electronic devices, mobile and textiles. So like for India, companies like Lava International with over 600 employees clarified its intention to shift its base to India from China. In most sectors of the economy, India has one of the most liberalized FDI laws in the world, allowing foreign investment of up to 100% through the automatic method. So in its FDI policy, India has taken a negative list approach, stating only those sectors and activities where foreign investment is regulated, whereas sectors not named in the document are open to obtain 100% FDI under the automatic method. Higher FDI inflows have been possible due to the liberal and attractive policy regime for the investors, a good business climate, and a reduced regulatory framework. What will be the impact of these FDI inflows actually? This is the question. Like if we considering the impact of the recent surge in the FDI inflows on macroeconomic variables, there will be an estimated increase of 5.68% in India's GDP. And the industrial output of sectors like metals, construction, machinery and equipment, motor vehicle parts, computer, electronics and optical products are expected to receive a huge boost relative to others. Actually, these are the sectors, and exports are also expected to witness a rise because of the FDI fuel increase in scale, quality, standards and technology transfer, along with enhanced employment, and in employment opportunities also. So question is this right now, how can India retain this growth? How can India retain this growth? This is the big question nowadays. So government policies or government decisions are of crucial importance in creating a conducive environment for global investors. The disruption induced by the pandemic have given opportunities for India to expand its global footprints. The government is striving to strengthen the FDI environment through an array of policy initiatives and reforms at all levels. This also has to be complemented by a sound trade policy to boost exports further, encourage inclusive development and incentive research and development to make our industry globally competitive. And FDI have more potential to facilitate the growth of the Indian economy than foreign portfolio investment. It should be ensured that India remains an attractive, safe, predictable destination for serious long-term investment. It's for long-term investors. A level playing field is necessary if we want a continued foreign investment. Sneaking loyalty towards local players should be avoided. And what should be the main areas of focus? This is the question. After this, we have to find the exact answer of this question, that what should be the main areas of focus. So concentration to a few states like FDI has been concentrated in a few Indian states. The rapidly growing states receiving 60 to 70% of FDI inflows into India, like in Andhra Pradesh, Delhi, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu. Okay, these are the states. Even among these states, there is considerable heterogeneity. It is also these very states that are most successful in converting FDI approvals into actual inflows. Bringing other states into the ambit of FDI inflows should be one of the key focus area, I think. So a role of states, if I'm talking about the federal structure in India, imparts the state to design their investment policies to attract, along with instituting specific incentives for certain sectors. So for instance, Karnataka has been aggressive in attracting FDI and has outlined a series of policies such as investment, subsidies, exemption for export-oriented units, and refunds and fiscal incentives for specific industries such as IT, biotechnology, and business process outsourcing. So these are the industry basically I'm talking about. So example of we can see in Karnataka can be emulated by other states. So equally focusing other important factors. The other important factors influencing FDI into India are broader economic policies, including corporate taxes, trade, openness, and other business climate issues. We can see in India's progress of liberalizing its FDI regime is a necessary but not a sufficient condition to attract significant FDI inflows. With the current international attention on India's tremendous potential for FDI, it would be an opportune time to push for rapid progress on structural reforms to tremendously increasing FDI inflows. So these are so this was our discussion of FDI inflows actually. Thanks for watching.